Hey yo, it's Arrow. Y'all ever get reminded of a series you enjoyed and think to yourself, hey, it couldn't hurt to indulge in some nostalgia, right? For anyone not in the know, Sanders Sides is a YouTube series created by Thomas Sanders where aspects of his personality debate various topics ranging from cartoons, motivation, to dealing with negative thoughts. It's a really good series and I highly recommend you watch it. Also, the rest of this video contains major spoilers for the whole series, so go watch it if you haven't already. Everyone good? Good. So there are many theories going around about what the potential orange side could be. Most people I've seen discussing the orange side online seem to agree that there'll be rage or wrath, but I just can't wrap my head around that for one main reason. All of the other sides are named after concepts rather than emotions. Roman isn't passion, he's creativity. Patton isn't feelings, he's morality. And before anyone mentions it, Virgil being anxiety doesn't make him an emotion necessarily. Anxiety is more of a general sense of unease or worry rather than an emotion. You can see this when comparing how Virgil impacts Thomas to how other characters like Inside Out's anxiety impact the story. So if the orange side was rage, I can't see that leaving much room for an expansion of the character past simply anger. So what I propose instead is that the orange side will be portrayed by anger rather than representing anger. This is actually something that the rest of the sides do already. Remus is portrayed as intrusive thoughts, but he represents creativity. With this in mind, my idea for the orange side needs to be a concept that is associated with and can be portrayed as anger. On top of that, if we take a look at the existing sides, there's a clear pattern with each dark side. Each dark side seems to fight against one light side, but complement another. Janus fights Patton in all of his appearances, but he's also a complement to Roman. I mean, for one, Janus literally compliments Roman all throughout the courtroom episode, but he also feeds into Roman's role as Thomas's hopes and dreams. Likewise, Remus is an opposite to Roman, but feeds into Virgil's catastrophizing through cognitive distortions. That leads to combinations that orange could be: combating Logan and complimenting Patton, or combating Virgil and complimenting Logan. Based on Logan's recent outbursts, my bet is on the former. Also, as a side note, orange and blue are on opposite sides of the color wheel, adding further to Logan and orange being opposites. Based on this logic, pun intended, my idea of what concept the orange side would represent needs to have a connection to anger or cause anger, be something that would hinder logic, and be complementary to morality. With this in mind, I propose the orange side will be justice. Justice is defined as the process or result of using laws to fairly judge cases, remedy wrongs, and punish crimes, or the quality of being just, impartial, or fair. When people are treated unfairly, they tend to get angry or frustrated at what happened. Logan has lashed out in the series a few times. First when he threw a paper at Puppet Roman, and secondly when he yelled at Remus. Logan only threw the paper after Roman had called his clarification stupid, and Logan only yelled at Remus after being ignored. Both times, Logan retaliated only after he was treated as inferior, or, put another way, when he felt unequal to the others. Also, based on the symbolism of justice, Lady Justice is usually depicted as blind to represent impartiality. This pairs well with how much of the foreshadowing for Orange has something to do with eyes. So that explains how justice can be represented as anger, but how could it combat logic? As many other fans have pointed out, people tend to ignore logical thinking when they are angry, hence the phrase blind with rage. But going past that, a person's internal sense of justice also contains their biases. A person's biases are based in making quick judgments built on prior experiences, which is the antithesis of Logan's methodical, fact-based reasoning. Looking at this dynamic on a character level as well, justice would be difficult for Logan to deal with. Throughout the series, Logan is shown as being skilled at shutting down the other side's illogical thoughts. This is especially showcased in dealing with intrusive thoughts and mind negative thinking. Additionally, I think this is the reason why Janus always seems to sideline Logan, but that's a theory for another day. Now, since we know Logan is adept at fighting illogical thoughts, it stands to reason that he would be incapable of fighting, well, reason. Most judicial systems run off of principles of ethics and reason. Therefore, I think the orange side would argue his points with facts and reason more than an emotional appeal. Since Logan only argues with facts, when they're stacked against him, Logan has nothing at his disposal other than his own opinions. This is why I find Justice a more compelling character than Rage. Justice can use logical reasoning against Logan and the others in a way they aren't used to handling. Plus, Logan is the only character who represents the left brain's functions, so adding another side would help balance the cast a bit more. Circling back to our criteria, justice is also a good complement to morality. Both laws and a person's internal sense of justice are deeply rooted in ethics. Because of this, I could see Patton and Justice agreeing on many topics since they are both rooted in ethics. But if they're so similar, why isn't Justice just another facet of Patton? To me, the main difference between morality and justice is that morality is ethics aimed internally, and justice is ethics aimed externally. Looking at how Patton handled the moral situations in these selfishness versus selflessness episodes, he was focused solely on the why and how of acting morally, not the outcome of the actions. After all, Patton wasn't the one to make the choice between the callback and the wedding. It was Roman who chose to go to the wedding. Additionally, Patton hadn't displayed any of the traits associated with justice during the trial. He tried to bribe a witness, he was clearly biased in his treatment of each witness, and all of his arguments were based on what-ifs and pleas of character. Patton focuses only on why Thomas should do something, not the outcomes. Conversely, justice is a reaction to other people's choices. The entire judicial system is a reactionary body to crimes that have already happened. Likewise, all of Logan's outbursts mentioned earlier were a reaction to being treated unfairly. Patton doesn't appear to care about being treated unfairly, which is especially shown in his "I'm Robert, you're glue" statement to Janice in the courtroom. Thus, morality is looking inwards on oneself, while justice is looking outwards at the rest of the world. Besides, there's already plenty of overlap between existing sides, what with two creativities, and both Logan and Janice caring about Thomas's well-being. I think there's enough differences between morality and justice to warrant them being different sides. Well, there you have it. I feel pretty good about this theory being at least half right, and I can't wait to see what the new episodes have in store. I hope you all enjoyed the speed paint going on in the background of this video. This is what I think the side justice would look like, and I'd love to see your interpretations as well. Clearly I've got a lot more I could discuss about this series, so let me know down in the comments if you'd enjoy more theory videos like this one. This is Arrow, signing off.